Okay, guys. Okay. Welcome to my studio. I'm Marco FANTON, and this is a new, let's see, tutorial introduction, as you want, regarding the new firmware 22 available for XFX3 at the moment. And I would like to share with you some info regarding how to use this new firmware with the new amp, the REVV amp, and especially the combination with the Dyna cab. Okay, I want to give you some hints regarding this combination. After this tutorial, you can find the preset on the G66.eu website, okay, for free, of course. So, okay, so let's go to see the editor. Okay, I prepared this preset with two different amp. It is, at the moment, is only for XFX3, of course, and there are two amp. Any amp has three different rev generation, rev gen. I don't know what is generator. I don't know. Maybe if someone can help me, would be appreciated. Okay, but rev amp is a new amp with made by a rev company, and there are two different amp: the red one and the purple one. For any amp, you have three channels. So you have the red one, red 2, red 3, okay, and it is the same for the purple version. And also we will see how to combine the cabinet, the Dyna cab, because there are some tricks, some flow. Workflow you can get to get the very interesting benefit from this new cabinet. To me, is really amazing. Okay, so let's start from the C number 1 of this preset, and we can also tweak as we like the preset. I select the amp block number 1, where I can have the rev gen red 1, so the first channel of this red. Okay, so let's listen this preset. Very nice. The first consideration I wanted to point out of this amp is the level. So let's start from, as you can see here, all parameters are default except the level. So reset this amp for a moment. Block. Okay. Set this current channel. So if I keep the default value, the volume of the amp is quite low. As you can see, I can show you the level. So it's more convenient to raise up the level up to tweak the volume. So this is valid for every one of this amp. So don't forget to set up the level, otherwise the volume of the amp is quite low. Okay, so the C number 2. Okay, I have the red 2. is a bit darker than the red one. I prefer this. This is one. As you can see, I keep the value, the default value for every parameter except the level. So let's see the scene number 3. You have the Rev Gen Red 3. It's more similar to the Red 2, a bit darker. So let's check the level of this amp. Raise a bit. Okay, blurry screen. Please refresh your web browser. I don't think there is some problem. Maybe some can confirm this. Can you tell me what is the quality of the video? Okay. I think you have a problem. Fuckage. Maybe you have a problem. Okay, looks good to me, Yari. Thank you so much. Please refresh the web browser. So the sound of REVV is, let's say, quite open compared to the other amp. I can show you, for example, the Friedman. Okay, the sound is quite open. Okay, let's come back to the Rev channel 3. Okay, where is it? Okay, channel 3. Okay. Okay, and on the scene number 4, I put only the clean channel. Okay, so my favorite clean channel is the custom audio 3 plus clean. Okay. Then on the scene number 5, I switch the amp to the second one, where I have the purple version of the Rev Gen amp. Sorry, I forgot to. When you use the 2 amps in parallel, you have to put the bypass mode in mute. Otherwise, you have the parallel of the dry signal of the amp blocks. The purple version has again, you have to tweak the level and increase up to 0 dB. Let's go to the scene number 6. As you can see, the channel 1 is bright, the channel 2 is a bit dark, and the channel 3 is darker. This is a purple 2, and also they have more gain. So the channel 1 has less gain, and the gain increases with the channel 2 and channel 3. And also they are more darker than the channel 1. Channel 3 has a huge gain. Okay, so let's start to create a preset. This is the template I created. Then also I want to show you the cabinet. I created two different cabinet. One is based on the Dyna cab 5153, okay, with all version of the cabinet. With the Dyna cab, you have 4 different kind of microphone: condensing, dynamic 1, dynamic 2, and ribbon. My suggestion is to have, to start from a template like this, where you have all cabinets selected, and you can mute or unmute and select which cabinet, which type of microphone you want to use for the same cabinet. Okay, I create also the same channel A based on the Friedman JB is Greenback version with the same concept. So with the Dyna cab, my tip is this: create a template where you have all 4 cabinets, okay, with different microphone. So it's much more easy to understand which is your favorite microphone, and you can combine easily the cabinet themselves. I wanted to show you. So I create a new preset. I create a new preset. So save this one to another location. Save this preset to this empty one. Okay, I call G66, for example. So of course I have to thank G66 for this video. Okay, so let's start for example to create the rhythm channel, the rhythm scene. For example, I like so much the red 2 or red 3, depends. So you can start from what sounds more, what sounds better for you. So from this preset, you can select which one for you is better. But this doesn't mean it is the best, because it is the combination with the cabinet. So, but okay, you start from an idea, from the scratch, okay, and you can understand with this template, you can understand what is your favorite one. So to me, it is the red 2. Okay, so this is my favorite amp. Perfect. And because this is my favorite, I want to use this amp for all scenes. So I check the channel B and I go to the block and I set all scene. I use for all scene set to B. So I am sure that for all scene, this block remain with the channel B. Okay. Okay, it's perfect. Also channel 1. For example, I wanted to use this channel with this scene for the lead. Okay, I type lead and I increase. I have 2 different options to increase the volume of the lead. I can use the output block, scene level, okay, or I like to use this method. Put a volume block here, okay, and the volume with a boost of 2.3.6 as you prefer, okay, and save it. So the channel 2, the scene 2, I switch off the block, okay, and this I create a rhythm channel and lead channel. I like, to me, I like to have the same amp with different volume, nothing else, okay? If I want more gain, sometimes I use an extra drive, for example, or I switch on the boost, but it's up to you, of course. In this case, I would like only to change the volume of the scene. So let's work with the cabinet. This is the most important part of this tutorial. Working with the cabinet is really important because the Dyna cab offers you a wide range of options, but you have to learn how to do this. It's completely different that you have a single impulse response and you can list all the impulse response and select which is better. And also you can combine, of course, with other impulse response, but you have to take care of the phase. Sometimes the combination doesn't fit, doesn't match in a proper way because there is some difference in impulse response and so on. With the Dyna cab, the big job that Fractal did behind this version is to create an algorithm that every kind of impulse response and every kind of settings you use for the cabinet fit perfectly with each other. So you have no phase cancellation, you have no phase mismatch between different cabinets. So you can select up to 4 different cabinets and you are sure that the cabinet works properly. For example, I have 3 cabinet activated now. If we go to a line, as you can see, the curves of the cabinet are perfectly overlapped. There is no phase mismatch, and this is really important. And this is done automatically. You have to do nothing for this. You can move the position of the microphone, okay, in front of the speaker. You can increase the distance. You can increase the position from the center. But anytime the algorithm recalculate the phase and it is aligned. It is really, really important. Otherwise, the effect is really bad. So let's start. Okay, mute the other cabinet, okay. This is the condenser microphone. To me is one of the favorite, okay. And you can move the spot. Spot means the position of the microphone on the space, or you can use the knobs to move the position, the position on the microphone compared to the center of the microphone and the distance of the microphone. And you can try yourself what is the effect of this. And the effect is equal to the real world. So when you move the microphone to the border of the speaker, you have more basses frequency and you lose high frequency, and the behavior is the same. And also let's go to see what's happened when you move the distance. Fantastic. Fantastic. So I can use also, I can check what dynamic 2. Dynamic 2 means it is a dynamic microphone based on the SM7, the Shure SM7 Shure SM7 microphone. So the difference with this is the condenser. Also you can combine together. And this is really nice because you can use, for example, some feature of a microphone. Condenser is a really fat microphone, but you lose the high frequency, so you can combine the condenser microphone with dynamic. So you can see the difference, you can hear the difference between the dynamic activated and disactivated. Very nice. There is a question from Alessio. To have more headroom and to have the sound close to the amp in the room. Alessio, headroom is not the amp in the room sound. Headroom is let's say when you have the maximum signal. A signal acceptable for an input card or an audio device, you can use the 100%, but you have under 10% or under 20%. So if you have more headroom, you have more dynamic, and you can go over the limit of the audio device. It's not the amp in the room effect. Okay. It's completely different, so this is not correct. To have the amp in the room sound, you can also, I switch off the delay for a moment. I also switch off the reverb. So now it is a really dry sound without no effect. You have a very great feature of for Fractal, where you have the room and air parameter. Room, especially, is the room level. It is the room of is the reverb to emulate the room of the amp. So you can decide the size. For example, I can. Okay. So I want to show you what is the extreme effect. And this effect likes a lot to the guitar player, because many analog guitar player loves the amp in the room sound. And amp in the room is based on the early reflection, a small reverb that is given by the room where the amp is placed. So this is the effect. I love this effect very much, and typically I like to use the room level to, let's say 15%, okay? The room size about 12 meters, and also I want to decrease the flow reflection. Flow reflection are the, okay, flow reflection. It is the name. I reduce the flow reflection, okay, and I use this. I switch on the reverb, okay. And I can give you the feeling of what is this effect on and off. It is fantastic. So use it because it is really, really natural effect. The sound become wide, okay? But of course, you have to take care about the CPU consuming. Okay, now we are in the XFX3 for FM3. This could affect the consuming of the CPU because it is an extra reverb that you include with the cabinet. As you can see here, now I am 37, 40. If I increase this one, I go to 42. Okay, for the XFX3 is nothing practically, but for FM3 could affect significantly the CPU. Okay, this is really important. And also you have the other parameter like the low cut and high cut, and you can also have the low cut and high cut for a single cabinet. Okay, remember the Dyna cab use the higher resolution impulse responses. So this means the IR length is set to max. That means 2048 bit resolution, because automatically. And also you can cut the single cabinet here. Okay. So I can try the ribbon. Okay. If you wanted to try the single cabinet, you can use the solo or the mute. So if I wanted to check only the ribbon, as I expect, the ribbon is darker than the other. Okay, very nice. Or I can select the dynamic too. Okay, very, very nice, very nice. So it is really helpful to combine together these cabinets. I can also show you the dynamic one. I forgot. Dynamic one is based on the SM57, and it is a really high. So it's more convenient to keep this microphone on close to in the middle between the center and the border, okay? Like in the real world, guys, it is the same. And very close to the cabinet, because if you increase the distance, you lose the bass effect. The mid bass, let's say. So let's combine it with the ribbon. So the amount of voices and the sound you can get with this combination is really huge. So it's absolutely up to your taste to select which one. It's really difficult. But my tip is, my suggestion is to have this template with all 4 cabinets and try to use single cabinet each by one and combine together. You can also use together like now. Or single one. I like the I would say the high frequency of the dynamic one, it is really harsh. But I can combine with a rebound. It's a typical combination. Okay, so don't stop to use only a single cabinet. It is much more convenient to use different cabinets and try to combine together. And when you combine a cabinet with another one, try to move the position because you can get more grade of sound. It is really instant. And you can do the same with a different cabinet. Now I'm using the 5153. To me is quite nice with this amp. And of course, one important thing, with the Dyna cab, if you go to the amp block and go to the speaker option, you have to be sure that auto Dyna cab impedance is automatically selected. What does mean? If you change the cabinet, automatically the amp block changes the impedance to fit and to match with the proper cabinet. For example, now I selected the 5153. If now I select the Friedman one, okay, and I come back to the block, you can see here the amp block automatically select the proper impedance curve for the cabinet, and this is quite important. So be sure. Normally, on default, this parameter is on. Okay, so to be sure, check it. And if it's off, please turn on. Okay. So let's come back to the cabinet. Now it is the same amp, and let's try the Friedman one. I can switch I can hear the difference. So I can do the same. So I mute all cabinet and start from the condenser. Okay, so I mute. Let's check the dynamic too. Very nice. Okay, so let's check the Ray-Bon. And for the last, the dynamic. So let's combine this one with the perfect. Or you can check the condenser himself. No, I prefer the. Okay. And I can select again the cabinet 5153. I prefer this cabinet with this amp. Perfect. Hi, Coolton, hip Coolton. Okay, from Chicago. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Okay, guys, so let's continue to create this preset. So I created a lead channel. Okay, I can create the rhythm. So, switch on the lead, the echo. I select the 2290 modulation delay. Very nice. Okay, I save it this scene. I love it. So now I can create the clean channel. Okay, I call clean. Okay, I have the clean on channel D with the custom audio 3+ clean. Okay, I can also prepare this chorus. I can put a compressor also. Yeah, a bit of compressor is quite nice for the clean sound. Okay. I save it. Okay, I can do the same for the REV purple. Okay, with the scene number 5, for example, can do the same in the same situation. So the lead channel, like I call lead purple. Okay. Sorry, I forgot to. So don't forget to set the bypass mode on mute. Okay, otherwise you have also the dry sound that pass over the block. So let's decide which is the best one. So the tree is really aggressive. So let's compare with the red one, the red 2, sorry. Okay, and go to do the same. So I select in this case, the channel D, okay, where I put the purple 3, go to the block, all scene set to C, okay. So the rhythm part, it is the purple 3, okay. I switch off the volume. Volume is only for the boost. Oh, sorry, I have to switch off the compressor. And I have the clean sound here. Okay. Okay, call clean. amazing, guys. Okay, you can find this preset on G66.eu for free, and you can create your favorite rig with Rev amp. Okay, I would like to show you my last preset, also the extension of this amp. As you can see, it's much more complex. Okay. But it's based on the Red 2 channel and also the same Dyna cab, the 5153. But I have, for example, these amazing things that it is an auto pitch. What is this effect? This is amazing. It is a simple classic whammy block, but I use the external foot controller. It's a simple foot switch, okay? And I set the attack and release parameter to 200 milliseconds. When you switch on, okay, the value of the whammy, the control of the whammy is not immediately, but is let's say there is a ramp of 200 milliseconds, and also there is the same on the deceleration. So you have this effect. When I release the foot switch, okay, you can listen this effect on my last video with my song Red Revenge. Sorry. Okay, so I hope you like the new firmware 22 with Dyna cab, and you like the Rev amp, so you can download the preset and try yourself to create an amazing rig. For Simone, yes, I can confirm that okay, Dyna cab will be also available for the other unit, FM9 and FM3. Okay. And but okay, you have to wait, because as you know, typically the new firmware start from AXFX3, and then the Fractal guys will provide it to create the firmware for the rest of the unit. So at the moment, the firmware 22 is just released, so download it, use it. Okay, of course, don't forget to update, because some people buy the preset from my website and they say, okay, there is nothing in the preset. Yes, when you see nothing on the preset is because the your firmware is not new, is not aligned with the last version. If you try to upload a preset made by the last firmware to the old firmware, you can see nothing. The preset is absolutely blank. So this is the reason. So, okay. So thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to put a like to the video. If you have any comments, if you see this tutorial in a different moment, please type your question below. I will try to answer. And see you soon. Thank you so much, guys. Ciao, 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 ciao.